What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man. And I share prison stories, man. I let y'all know what was going on while I was behind the walls. Y'all know it's Monday, man. We back to work. Everybody back to work. Hopefully, everybody have a blessed week, man. Everybody helping alive and living. Let's all give thanks, man. But anyways, man, let's get into the story for today. I pretty much still new in chain gang, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I just came from Jackson. I probably been at Riverbend probably like a month and a half the most, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting seasoned into what's going on. Still seeing how chain gang is running. This is much different from Jackson. This is where I'm gonna be at. I'm settled right here. I don't know for how long I was gonna be there, but I was pretty much settled in. It's the count. So, anyways, bro, I'm still trying to see who's who, what's what, trying to learn everything that I could learn, bro, to survive in this place. Mind you, the dorm that I was in, it was pretty cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was in the dorm with my boy Sako. You know what I'm saying? I started training with Sako. I used to see him and the blood dude over there from New Jersey. They used to be training and stuff, bro, over there doing their little thing, working out. I got in good with them, bro. As soon as I went for like the first week I seen them, I was like, man, I pulled up. I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to get in. They're like, shit, all right, come on. Boom. Got in, started putting in some work with them, bro. And everything in the dorm was pretty much cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is one thing I realized, though. You always had a lot of robberies, bro. A lot of robberies went on in that building, bro. It might not be in my dorm, but it be in the other dorms, bro. A, B, C, D, all them dorms, bro. Other side. We was famous because dudes was coming from the other side, bro. Coming over here to rob dudes and go back. The yard usually be wide open, bro. That's what I ain't never used to like, bro. I used to go out there and play soccer. I used to just stay on the soccer field, bro, because, it's pretty much wide open. Bro, the rest of the yard be jam-packed, bro. Always some crazy stuff going on. You look over there, somebody getting jumped in a gang, somebody getting violated in the gang over there. The Muslims, they having a big old meeting, or they might be praying over there. You know, the Hispanics, they on the soccer field. I'm out there running around with them. So the yard was pretty much active, bro. Always some type of fighting, always some type of drama going on there. Seemed like these officers couldn't control everything that's going on, bro. They'll be on one side of the yard, something happened over there, they run on the other side. Sometimes these guys act like something happening over there, bro, just to get the officers over here, just so they could violate somebody over here, bro. It was pretty crazy. But anyways, Brandon, we in the dorm. I'm going in the dorm one day, and it was this mob dude in the dorm, man. He was pretty, you know what I'm saying, tattoos in his face. But home was pretty cool, though, man. You know, sometimes you get to judge people when you first see him. When I seen him, I was like, damn, this nigga here might be on the bullshit, man. I got to keep my eyes on him. Yeah, you definitely pay attention to guys like that, bro. You see them tattooed up, all this. And I was like, damn, because I know a lot of them, bro. I know a lot of them from the county jail, and I know a lot of them from being at Jackson, bro. I seen them guys put some serious work in at Jackson, bro. They was known for being real dangerous, bro. Known for being like anybody could get it. And when they say anybody could get it, meaning they popping on anybody, bro. They don't care who it is. They don't care about the numbers and none of that stuff, bro. Once they go, they go. You know what I'm saying? That's whose name was ringing bells, bro. You know, they were starting to lock them down in the level 5s as far as putting them behind the door, bro, because these folks was like a menace to the prison environment, bro. That was causing too much violence. That was unaliving too much people, bro. They had no regards for life, bro. These folks are pouring officers out, knocking officers out, all this type of stuff. So these folks had to do something with them, so they kind of put them behind the door. So a lot of these guys in the meeting facility, bro, they were pretty much riding on the radar. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to go back to the level 5, because as soon as they go back to that level 5, it's boop, book them, Dano. They're going straight to the TER program, bro. So a lot of these guys on the radar. So this dude, Don T, in the dorm, he was pretty much calm, bro. Home was cool, though. You know what I'm saying? Real player dude. I'm sorry, you will misjudge him. If you see him, you'll probably misjudge him, too, though. That's why it's not really good to judge people like that. Like I said, bro got along with everybody in the dorm. It was like 2 more mob dudes. It was like 1 in another dorm and 1 more in another dorm. So anytime you see these folks going to chow or something, bro, they stepping together. You know what I'm saying? You always hear them talking some mob shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, dude was pretty cool, though. So one day I'm coming back from chow, bro. I seen him in the mob dudes out there. I seen him talking to a blood dude. Like I said, I pay attention to everything, bro. Even if these folks ain't in my dorm in another building, as soon as I see you shake up with somebody, okay, I'm like, oh, cool, you blood, you GD, or you whatever. So I seen him talking to the dude, and you could tell there had some type of aggression going on, bro. Boop, 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 boop. I couldn't really hear that good. So anyways, I come in my dorm. You know, I ain't trying to be extra nosy or nothing like that, bro. So one thing in prison, mind your own business, but you also got to be aware. You you also got to keep these open. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they got to be cocked to the side a little bit so you can hear what's going on. It might be for your own safety. So anyway, I'm in the dorm, bro. I seen them come in the dorm. I seen them go over to the blood dude. They over there politicking for like an hour, bro. They talking. And you could tell when it be aggression and something going on crazy. Next thing I seen the blood dude, he went over there to the window, trying to get somebody attention in the next pod. Like, hey, call such and such. And they there like, you know what I'm saying? They talking through the window, bro. You know, folks be doing sign language. They pretty much talking like a regular conversation, bro. So I remember the female officer, she was outside. She kept coming in front of the window like, trying to distract them, you feel me? But dude was like, man, get out the way. And they continued their conversation, bro. So my little blood homeboy who I came from Jackson with, me and him was real cool in Jackson, man. We ended up coming to the same camp, coming to the same dorm. He pulled up on me, you feel me? He pulled up on me with a little stick. Me and him goddamn with the goddamn. So he was like, man, the homies got a whole lot going on, man. A whole lot, something like going on. He's like, man, this nigga over there, this West Coast, I guess the dude was West Coast, you know what I'm saying? We're going to call him West Coast. He was a West Coast blood. He sold Don T a lemon, bro. When I say a lemon, it was a phone that worked for like a couple days, bro. And then the shit just went blank, just blew out. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, that shit over with. So I was like, what? So my little partner, that nigga funny. That nigga was like, I don't know what that nigga got going on, but he need to goddamn sort that shit out, boy. You know, these mob niggas don't play, boy. He was like, man, I know Holmes. He's like, bro, I know Holmes from the street. I was like, for real? Cause bro was some Hollywood courts on the west side. So he like, yeah, bro, I know Home. He said, man, Home be putting in work on the street, bro. And in here. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I've been hearing about this man in Chain Gang before I got in Chain Gang. I was like, that's crazy. But he was like, man, I'm glad I ain't West Coast, bro. He's like, man, that's them niggas' problem. He's like, shit, the homie right there been telling him, like, man, he need to sort the shit out. And he was like, bro, on some shit like dope sold, money fold type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. So anyways, the next day now, we go out there, I go to chow, I go to lunch or whatever, bro, and I see them folks like they talking on the walk. And I could hear the nigga Don T like, man, nigga, you trying me like I'm a bitch or something. That's exactly what he said, bro. Trying me like I'm a bitch. You need to come on with my shit, bro. But Holmes was on some shit like, man, that shit over with, bro. That shit a dub. That shit over with. And he was kind of laughing, I guess because he was real big, bro. He was real big in size and everything like that. So I guess he thought he had like an advantage or he could have bullied these folks or something like that, bro. I remember one of the other mob dudes, he was goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like he clutching onto his shirt and Don T was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Chill, mob, just chill. You know what I'm saying? Everything good, man, just chill. Boom. When we went back to the dorm, you could tell, bro, his whole vibe had just shift, bro. You know what I'm saying? Him and the Bloods was back there politicking for a while and everything like that. So I was talking to my guy Saka, and Saka was like, man, these guys on the bullshit, man. They was like on the bullshit. He's like, man, I'm going to talk to Homeboy, man, because, you know, Homeboy be training with us, but, you know, he blood. I'm going to talk to him, man. They need to goddamn sort that out or whatever. But what Saka was telling me was that, you know what I'm saying, Holmes, he was East Coast, you know what I'm saying? The West Coast dude was on some shit like, man, I ain't really got to listen to you at the end of the day. You might be running the camp, but I'm West Coast, you know what I'm saying? I ain't listening to no East Coast niggas. That's how they be. Internal war be going on with these folks, bro, and these organizations, these sets, these gangs, bro. Some guys always going against authority or always going against everything, bro. He's like, he ain't got to answer to this dude because this big homie West Coast and all this type of stuff, bro. But this is the one that's governing the land as far as y'all gang is concerned. But anyways, he bucking on that, bro. And over a couple of days, bro, Umar kept saying it to me. He's like, man, the mob brothers, they don't play, man. They don't play. They gonna put it on them, man. They gonna put it on them. Anyways, bro, one day, we in the dorm. They called yard call. I wasn't feeling good, so I ain't even go out there to goddamn play soccer, bro. I seen another nigga. He came from the west side. I remember seeing him on that yard shaking up with Don T and them. I knew he was mob. He came over to the dorm. Don T was in the dorm, bro. It wasn't a lot of people in the dorm. He came in. He like, yo, Don, what's up? Whoop, whoop. They get to talking. They went to shaking up. He like, man, what's up, mob? What you got going on, man? Boom, boom, boom. He like, man, I heard folk goddamn finesse you. So Don T was like, man, hell nah, man. That shit gonna get sorted out, bro. Ain't no really pressure. So it was one blood dude in the dorm, bro. Mind you, the rest of these folks who went to the yard, man, this man looked like he's scared, like he about to piss on himself in here, bro. I'm sitting up there on the top bunk. I was sitting watching the TV because the TV like directly in front of me all the way down there now. I'm sitting watching on the TV. And this nigga, like, he about to piss on himself. He get up, he kind of sitting on the bed. He trying to move around like he nervous. So the nigga that came from the west side, bro, this nigga like, man, what's up, man? You know what going on with us, man? We mob, man. Anybody could get it. You know what I'm saying? Home was really piping up in the dorms. I'm like, damn, I hope they don't try to splat little buddy right there, man. But anyways, Don T, he kept the player, bro. Home kept the play and shit like that. So anyways, bro, a couple days go by, they still politicking about all this mess, bro. One day on the walk, we coming back from chow at dinner, bro. And these folk got into it on the walk, and Don T was like, man, listen, nigga, you gonna pay me my money, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I'm really goddamn going out bad talking to you about this shit for this goddamn long anyway, bro. This shit would have been over with. So that's when you had the dude from New Jersey. He had pulled up. He was like, man, chill, whoop, whoop, whoop. He trying to resolve the whole situation because he see it was about to get dirty, bro. Everybody was talking about it, bro. Everybody was like, man, Home need the goddamn. But Home was on some stuff like he just bucking all the way out the door, bro. All the way out the door. So anyways, bro, days go by. Mind you, this has done stretched for like 2 weeks already, bro. This done stretched for like 2 weeks already, bro. So we in the chow hall one day, bro. We in the chow hall. I seen a mob nigga from the west side. The same mob nigga, he coming to chow hall, bro. So I'm like, man, what the hell going on in here, man? Don T, he pulled up. So I'm like, the heck? I know this shit ain't finna pop off in here like that. Because I'm telling you, bro, I always pay attention to everything, bro. Always paying attention. Next thing I know, Buddy was like, man, mob shit, man. Y'all know what going on, man. If y'all owe my peoples, man, y'all make sure y'all straighten that, man. And we gonna straighten you, man. That's on everything, man. So you had one of the blood dude. He was like, so woo, blah, blah. So them niggas like damn near like standing off in the chow hall. Mind you, the mob dude's like 3-4 on, bro. But Don T, he still kept it player, bro. He was like, nah, bro, we gonna chill. But the dude from the west side, bro, he was on some real bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You had some of the younger blood guys, you know, they standing up like, you know what I'm saying? They had numbers. So they standing up like that. So anyways, bro, like I said, Don T pretty much calmed the whole situation. The blood dude that was in my dorm that was over the compound, bro, he pretty much settled the whole situation. They went back to the dorm. They was talking about this again. Now, what is they talking about again? I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? The blood dude, I seen him went back to the window, whoop, whoop, whoop. And my little blood partner, he had told me that Holmes actually in the dorm, East Coast blood, he had him call some of his partners that's West Coast blood, that's high ranking in chain gang, telling them folks what's going on, man. Like, whoop, 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 y'all need to talk to y'all boy. You feel me? So bro and B-Don, the blood nigga West Coast, he got mad. You know what I'm saying? Out there goddamn dinner one day, bro. I hear him talking to, man, y'all nigga calling niggas big homies on niggas, man. What type of lame shit that is, man? We ain't rocking like that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So Jers was telling him, like, bro, you putting the homies in a situation. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, y'all niggas scary. I ain't putting y'all niggas in no situation, man. Y'all niggas just scared. So they was like, man, call it what you want, bro, but we ain't really rocking like that. Now, Jers know how crazy it could get. He know what he dealing with when it come to these mob dudes, bro. He know exactly what's going on, and he wasn't trying to play the radio with them, bro. So the whole time this nigga out there talking, I seen Don T walk by him. He was just looking at him, and he was just laughing, bro. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, these folks got something planned, bro. They got something planned. Mind you, it was a mob dude in the dorm with West Coast, bro. And it was another mob dude. He was 3 of them in the building, bro. So every time I tell you they go to chow, they pretty much be mobbing together. They be stepping together, bro. And Home was telling all jurors, like, man, don't be doing that. Don't be calling no nigga on me, man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Any nigga call me, I answer my phone and all type of stuff like that. Then my little partner, he was telling me, he was like, bro, Holmes is known for that. He was like, everybody been saying that's all Holmes be doing from camp to camp. He known for bullshit. He known for remixing folks, selling bad stuff, robbing people, all that type of stuff. He was just a bullshit type of dude, bro. You got a lot of dudes like that in the chain gang. It don't matter what they is. They could be Muslim, Crip, Blood, GD, civilian. A bullshit person is just a bullshit person, bro. And West Coast was a real bullshit individual, bro. So anyways, they squashed that little stuff. Like my partner was telling me, like, Home bucking, he's saying Home ain't even supposed to call his big homie and no crazy stuff like that. Listen, man, one Saturday, bro, you know they don't run no lunch, so they just run breakfast. They ran yard in the day, and I remember we went to yard calling today. All the mob niggas, they came from the west side. They pretty much on the yard. All the ones that was on the east side, as far as J billing, I billing, and H billing. All of them on the yard. They had pretty much good numbers, bro. But when you look at all the bloods on the yard, bro, Yeah, it's like a Red Sea out there, man. It's too much of these people, bro. But you could tell it was in serious politics, bro. The Bloods was in politics about the situation. The West Coast, home, he was standing on the outside. He was goddamn standing on the outside of their circle. I guess we ain't really want to be involved in everything that's going on. But you had other guys that was West Coast that was telling him, bro, like, listen, bro, you need to go ahead and handle that situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to spill out on the rest of the homies. Usually, bro, the Bloods, I ain't gonna lie, usually in a situation like that, bro, they'll back they people on the BS that they do. They will back them. But in this situation, they wasn't backing them, bro. They were trying to resolve the whole situation because they know the group of individuals that they was really dealing with. So anyways, bro, boom. I was out there playing soccer. You know, Saturday, they don't feed no lunch on Saturday, bro. So they ran a long yard call. Boom. We go back. I ain't gonna lie, when I went back, I was hungry. So I'm like, boom, I gotta go to chow. Boom, got me a little spot in the shower. You know that shower be full when you come back from yard, bro. Everybody trying to get in there. Some folks be putting their stuff on their reserve in the shower stall. I'm like, what type of stuff is that? But then again, you don't want to touch nobody else's property in chain gang, bro. So I usually just wait till I see. I be like, hey man, who got next? Boom, let me get next. Boom, took me a shower, bro. Now, this was one of the first time I actually, this is how I learned. You could feel something in the air, bro. I felt it in the air when I walked out the dorm, bro. I was like, man, it don't feel right. It feel like something going on. I'm looking at the movement, but then in chain gang, I wasn't seasoned, bro. I was pretty much still green to the all type of movement that was going on, bro. I was still green. It ain't like at the end of my bed or the middle part of my bed where I was like, yeah, I could tell that something down there finna happen. But I felt it a little bit, bro. We go up there in the chow hall, bro. Mind you, home, you got a couple Bloods up there. Now, a lot of people didn't come out to chow because I think they were serving some shepherd's pie or something like that, some mashed potato with some mystery meat and all type of mixed vegetables in it, bro. They call it shepherd's pie. A lot of guys don't eat that, but I ain't had nothing going on in the box, so I had to go up there and eat it. So anyways, bro, West Coast came out, all them dudes. It was a couple Blood dudes in the chow hall, bro. Come in there, sit down, boom. Next thing I know, I seen the nigga mob, bro. They sit down eating. After they finish eating, the nigga mob like, shit, man, what's up, man? What you got going on, bro? You gonna pay for this shit or what? You know what I'm saying? That mob shit, nigga. You can't take shit from the mob, nigga. This the mob. So the nigga was like, man, what's up? What's up? The other little mob dude, bro, that was in the dorm with Holmes. A little short, light-skinned dude, bro. Man, Holmes pulled some shit so big, man. Big old screw. I don't know where he got this screw from. I think it was like one of the fence pieces that run across like that, man. They pull out like this. Mind you, there's other Bloods in there, bro. But you had West Coast Bloods too, but it's a majority East Coast Bloods, bro. So home, like he on the back wall like this. You got an exit door right there, and you got an entrance door right there. Mind you, the police in here, bro. When the police seen the knife, he's like, oh, hell on, man. What y'all got going on? Don goddamn whipped out something clean too, man. What's up, man? What you got going on, home? Like, man, what's up? What y'all trying to do? He pulled some little shit out, man. Listen, bro. Them folks was on that man like white on rice. You hear me? Them folks was on it. Mind you, I'm in the chow hall, bro. I done got up. I done hit the wall over there because I'm like, oh, shit, boy, I'm about to go down. Listen, bro. This nigga Don and home just start hitting him. Bam, bam. Listen, a couple of the Blood dudes acted like they whipped out their little something, but they ain't had nothing too big, bro. Don and this little mob dude, bro, they had some big old screws, bro. Big old long screws. So the rest of some of the Bloods, they attempted like they want to get in it. But you could see, I seen one of the Blood dude, he would tell him like, man, y'all chill, homie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chill, homie. Should have been handling his business. Been taking care of this. Listen, bro, them folk went to whacking that man. They went to whacking him. Bah, mob shit, nigga. Bah, bah, mob shit, nigga. You can't disrespect the mob. And they going crazy. Bro, the officer ran over there trying to, man, there ain't none of that affect these folks, man. They call the code. Officers running from everywhere. Listen, man. It was so much blood on that floor, bro. The whole chow hall. I'm talking about blood just running like this. Holmes standing on the wall. His back leaning on the wall. These folks just hitting him up. Face and everything, man. Head and everything. They eating his face, head. They going crazy. So I'm like, man, what the hell? Mind you, I've been in Jackson. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happening in Jackson. But I'm like, man, these folks, this is a medium security prison, bro. These folks just went ape shits on this man in here, bro. Bro, them folk ran inside, bro. The search team ran in there. I remember this big old white dude, he ran in there, bro, with this big old can of spray. Them niggas went to God and put shirts over their face and everything, tooled up like this. Both of them niggas hit the wall. The other mob dude, he had a tool out. He ain't even get involved, bro. He had a tool. I think he was just standing around making sure ain't nobody else try to jump in it, bro. But these folks went crazy on that man, bro. Police, they started running everybody outside the other door because the entrance door was locked. Usually when everybody come to the chow hall, they lock the entrance door and everybody go out. That door was locked, bro. I heard the search team was like, who got the key for that? Who got the key for the officer? He telling them to open it. They started running everybody out that door, bro. You know what I'm saying? They had them folks cornered in there and shit, man. They ended up cuffing these folks up, man. Listen, man. They ran us down the goddamn walk so fast. Everybody get back to the building. Everybody get back to the building. Listen, man. These folks pour that man out. They pour that man out, bro. Blood everywhere, bro. That's one of the times I probably seen the most blood, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Coming from one individual, bro. I did not know how that man made it, but he made it, bro. He definitely made it. They rushed him to the hospital. Just going to regular medical couldn't do it, bro. They rushed him all the way to the hospital, bro. In my mind, I'm like, bro, listen, man, you can't do no bullshit in here, bro. You see the repercussions for BS, bro. You trying to buck on these folks because you sell this man a lemon. And you know what these folks capable of doing, bro. That man kept his cool for about 2.5 weeks and kept the player, man. Your own homie was telling you to take care of the business, bro. But you you West Coast, so you ain't listening to these folks. You ain't got to listen to them. Man, please, you should have listened to them, bro. You got your whole face ate, head, everything, bro. Them folks had to hit that man like 30-something times, bro. Big old long screws, bro. So we go back to the dorm. You know, the blood dudes, they pretty much, acting all type of way, but they really wasn't stressing about it, bro, because they pretty much came to that conclusion. I'm sure them in the mob, they came to the conclusion like, bro, y'all go ahead and eat homes. That's what I think it was. They came to the conclusion, man, and home on his own, he only with the regime, he ain't listening to nobody, he banging by himself, he on some renegade shit, so since he on some renegade shit, leave him by himself. That's why some of the blood who were trying to get involved in the child home was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like chill type of stuff, bro. That was crazy, bro. That was a crazy incident, bro. The mob, they do not play, bro. They do not play, and that just teach you, man. Do not do no BS, bro. If you know you got a faulty equipment, phone, or anything, don't go selling nobody no crazy stuff, man. Because folks will go crazy about this stuff. You know these folks is known for the BS, but these folks is chilling. You know what I'm saying? You got them on the BS, but at the repercussion, he had to pay, man. But I appreciate y'all checking out the story, man. A lot of love, a lot of peace, a lot of respect, man. I'm out.